But today, what I'd like to talk to you about is not telling them, but asking them. And the question really is what to ask. What will you regret? The market is obviously, it favors one party over the other right now, right? Seller's market. However, aren't we all seeing signs that things are slowing in some of the other marketplaces, which will ultimately reach us? And if that's the case, we've got to be ready. Got to be ready. I think there are really two kinds of real estate agents in the marketplace right now. There are the ones that really believe they should have all of the answers. And then there are the ones that believe that all the answers live within the client, and the agent should be there to help them to discover the answers to that. So, not long ago, the question of the day was, hey, what's my house worth? And they would ask, and you would, of course, put together an incredible comparative market analysis. It would be so detailed. It would just show how smart you are and how knowledgeable you are. And it would just be amazing. Interestingly enough, today, it really is less important about what has sold, right? Comparatively, what has sold, and more important about what's available. Like, what is the competition out there for you? Because the truth of the matter is that the market is continuing to go up. I do remember a time where we did the same thing, where you would say, hey, listen, the market analysis of sold properties would indicate that your property is worth X, but the market is going up. So what we're going to do is we're going to be X plus plus, and then we'll let the market catch up with you. Right now, listen, if it were the agent making the decision, that's what we would do. But I might suggest, let's talk about the seller's share for 1 second. Instead of telling your seller what the price is, why not say, hey, I'm going to help you understand what has sold, and then I'm going to ask you to take a look at what's available. And if you will visualize what's available on the market as a line at the grocery store, and you can determine whether or not you want to be first in line to check out, or you want to be last, or you want to be fourth. It doesn't really matter, right? And assuming that nobody cut in line, your client gets to make the decision based on quality of home and price of home, et cetera. But here's the thing. It's not a typical grocery store. People can cut in line at any time. They can do that by lowering their price. They can do it by coming onto the market, right? So you've got to be prepared to respond, right? We don't react, we respond with the information that we have. And here's what I would be asking my seller. Hey, listen, if you priced your home for, let's say, 20% over, and that puts you sixth in line at the grocery store, will you regret if you don't sell in the next 6 months? Will you regret if you miss the market? Ask better questions, okay? I think oftentimes we as real estate professionals, and again, I said there was two, right? One that has all the answers and one that believes all the answers lie within the client. The first one says, oh, hey, you should list your property for this, et cetera, et cetera. Folks, I have talked about this before. I don't ever want to feel the regret that I felt when I watched some of our clients back in 2008 miss the market and try to catch it on the way down. That's a very, very, very different place. So that's the seller side. Let's talk a little bit about the buyer side. The challenge that we all have with the buyer side is that there are people bringing literally bags of cash to the closing table, no contingencies, waiving everything, right? Like they're not even inspecting the property. We can talk about the morals and the ethics of that. But what I would say is this: if you ask better questions of the buyer, you're going to help the buyer get to a place that their top price is and the terms that they're willing to accept for it. Okay. So an example would on the contingency side would be, listen, if you waived all your contingencies and you won the house and then found out that the property was in bad shape, it had been compromised in some way, would you regret having purchased the home? I'm asking the client. I'm not telling the client. I'm not telling the client, hey, listen, you should. I'm certainly there to say, this is what's going on in the marketplace. You get to decide how you're going to respond. The other way is if you were to choose to do an inspection and you lost the house, and then you found out that the property had been compromised, would you regret having missed out on the home? Follow? Okay. If you were to offer more, win the home, would you regret buying it? This is a line of questioning that goes for those buyers that are struggling with, I'm just paying so much for this home. Folks, it's a seller's market. They're going to pay a lot of money for a home. The most ever. Remember, market goes up, market goes down, never been as high as it is right now. You've got some people that absolutely have to buy homes. It's not a matter of, oh, gee, I just willy-nilly want to buy a home. No, they have life things going on that they actually have to buy a home, and they're struggling with that. Line of questioning, if you were to offer more money and you won the home, would you regret it? Or if you were to offer less and you lost the home, would you regret missing out? Hope this helps you guys. The truth of the matter is, it is not our home. It is not our family. It's not our money. It's not our lives. I believe that we should be great stewards for our clients by asking them better questions. Hope to see you guys on Thursday. Please come participate, bring your questions, and support your fellow agents and learn what they're doing to win multiple offer situations for their buyers. And as always, be distinctive.